What's up? It's Sierra Mist, and we're back. If you are just now checking out the YouTube channel, girl, where have you been? We are posting every week here, so make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit that bell so you get notifications every time we post and bring you some Sierra Mist kookiness. It truly has been such a joy to go out into the community and meet so many of you. I am so humbled and just amazed at the love and support that you all have. So thank you. If I have been in your city, if I'm coming to your city, I am so excited to meet all of you and put on one hell of a show. And if we are long distance besties and we don't have a chance to see each other face to face, then this is our opportunity to connect. So thank you for your support. Last week, I brought you my Sally Ride 80s Ladies realness illusion, but we are coming back down to earth for this week's runway theme, Beige Against the Machine. If you haven't been checking out behind the scenes, make sure you do that to get all of my design process, my thoughts on each runway category, and how I brought these looks to life. Over here, we're just focused on the look, but I definitely had some thoughts on this category. Now, before we get into the makeup, we have to shave this face and shave this chest. I've gotten a little furry since I last saw you. I'm so sorry, but I don't mind it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, whatever. Let's get into it. All right, our brows are gone. We are bald, and I am a little dry today. I gotta be honest, we have been doing a lot of drag, which is a gift. I'm so thankful. Thank you. But I need to take care of my skin first and foremost. So we're gonna mostly start on the top half of the face while I let my beard area kind of rest and rejuvenate and hydrate and soak up all that good skincare stuff. And we're gonna use a little bit more of a hydrating foundation. No matter what beauty trend is hot at the time, good skin is timeless. With that in mind, I'm priming my skin with ELF Power Grip Primer. I'm thinking I'm gonna start with brows today and then kind of build the eyes and the forehead around that. This is a neutral drag makeup because the category is beige, the most exciting of all colors ever. It's going to be mostly like neutral taupey kind of shades, but I don't want it to feel like the no makeup kind of look that we did for transparent. I still want it to feel kind of drag, but it's not going to be overly colorful, so it might be a little bit more graphic. All that said, I think I want to go with a little bit of a thinner brow today, so I want to go ahead and kind of get that placed so I really know where the real estate for the eye is going to be. Because I'm starting with brows, I'm going to sketch it out with a cream first so that way I have a little bit more control and room to mess around with it. I'm not terribly concerned about perfection whenever I'm starting my brows out. Just get the brows on. You're going to clean them up later. See, we have filled in those brows. I'm going to take some white cream makeup. I'm going to clean up so that I have a place to start in on this eyeshadow. Right. Got a little carried away, but I was thinking, which is dangerous. I could waste my time trying to build a beautiful blend of taupey browns and shades of neutral and beige, but it's all gonna get covered up with my eyeliner. So I was like, just map the eyeliner like you normally do. Stop fussing about the beige. One of the amazing gifts of Drag Race, which I feel like maybe I've touched on already, is you get all of this Anastasia product, which is fabulous. Admittedly, there are a few of the Anastasia products that really work for like my drag. It's usually very colorful, very vibrant. I have like stacks of these eyeshadow palettes that are mostly neutrals, which again is not my bread and butter. Love my sister Blair St. Clair, but like this is her gigorama. Well, it was. She's getting artsy fartsy now. She's getting back into drag. But today is the day for some neutral taupey colors. So I'm gonna like open all of these and I'll be so for real. Like there is a difference between shades of light brown and beige and cool tone and warm. However, a lot of times for what I'm doing for stage, it doesn't really matter. You're not really seeing it because there's so much other business happening. And like I'm a dirty drag queen. So like this is my deep potted neutrals that have been put through it lately. That's Gorgina. There is a lot of the same color story there. And then like this, you could lie to me and tell me that these are the same. And upon further investigation, they're not. I get it. I'm not trying to slander Anastasia. Hello. But then this is the taupiest of all taupe palettes, minus these like shimmers. So anyways, if you are a neutral diva, these are the palettes for you. For beige, I want to try and keep it as like taupey as possible without getting too gray. I think I'm going to start with this sultry palette from Anastasia. I'm just gonna use a clean brush and kind of buff this out. I feel like it's just covering itself. Where is the joy? Just taking away color. Okay, that's helping. I don't know if it's helping. I'm just trying to convince yourself. That's what's happening right now. This is the Lulu. Sure. I need to calm down. Really, all I've accomplished is I've just softened the shape that I made earlier. Because this and this, they're the same shape. Just need more pigment and warmth a little bit. Now let's go in with a black. Deepen this up in the spots that it needs to be kind of black again. You're all watching me paint over that work. That is the funniest part of all of this. Sierra, you should have just shut up. Painted the freaking product on. Okay, well, there's a reason we did it on this eye first, so that way I can come back and show you how I did it on this eye. We have the eyes cleaned up, they are figured out, and you know what? It shouldn't have been this hard. I am going to go ahead and set the eye makeup, and then we are going to get ready to get into the skin. I'm using my Revolution Beauty Conceal and Hydrate Liquid Foundations today. This is going to help me keep my skin hydrated and moisturized since we've really been putting her through it. Taking those same products in some deeper shades, I'm going to start to build up my contour. Gorgeous blend. Paint in a little nose contour. What I love about these products is they do dry down on their own, but they still retain like a skin-like look. For something full coverage, I get a nice satiny finish to it where it's not super matte. It has a little bit of hydration to it. So these leave me feeling refreshed, hydrated, with a nice full coverage blend, and I don't have to powder myself to fill. I want to go ahead and just build up the intensity of the contour around the frame of my face and on my nose, so that way we can really start to define this. In general, I tend to prefer a warmer sort of like bronzer approach rather than a true cool toned contour. In this look, I might try and balance both of these. Again, I'm trying to force myself into this beige taupe category. I don't think it's going to be a super blushy look, but I may use sort of a warm brown bronzer, maybe even an orangey kind of tangerine shade, just on the cheeks to give it the warmth, but still in this sort of color palette. Contouring the face. That is a really nice smooth blend. Swapped the card, but I was just getting ready to get into the blush of it all, and I think I've cracked the code. So I had mentioned that I think I wanted to do sort of like a warmer blush since I kept with maybe more of a cool toned piece. And I just had dabbed this on when I lost you. This is a yellow from ColourPop. I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna be better off going with this sort of like tangerine color from Trixie Cosmetics from the Juno Birch collaboration. And then I can kind of diffuse this with some skin tones and something that's maybe more of like a corally peachy blush. But I think this is gonna give us a nice warm base, especially I'm thinking around the nose also. That yellow is coming through a little strong over there. I like how that looks. ColourPop also has this like peachy shade Champs that I think I can start to build onto this. I like how I'm just like between cheeks. It's cooking. We're cooking with something here, okay. It does need orange. It needs orange. I'm sorry. I'm liking this color story. I'm gonna diffuse this area right here just with a little bit of my Maybelline Superstay. It's reading really intense in the camera. It's a little bit more subtle in real life, but I'm gonna move on to the nose and kind of try the same techniques here. Probably won't go full orange in the nose area because I do want to kind of bring back some of the taupey colors. Bring back my taupe. Bring back my taupe. Normally we do like some highlight and glitter. Today I'm not really feeling glitter with this look. This look is not a glittery type of glam look. I do think though it can benefit from a little bit of highlighter. I'm gonna try and keep it in the same color palette and just bring out some of that like yellowy warm golden area so that way these cheeks have a little life. Let me get a little up on this brow bone. Wow, we're really doing drag today. Okay, we have turned beige around. I'm not saying I'm a fan of beige. I'm just saying perhaps there are fun things that can be done with this color palette. We've got skin pretty much taken care of. Eyes and brows need a little bit of a cleanup. I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and just like redefine some of the shapes that we have had, and then we can get into the lips. Eyes are cleaned up. We are ready to get into the lips. I've kind of gone back and forth on this lip design. Sketched out my face charts, check out behind the seams to kind of get into the whole planning process for this. With this makeup, I was like, I need contrast. Obviously, like I needed some color and warmth in here. This is kind of homogenous up here. And with the lips, I was like, okay, well, if I do something that is like a true nude lip, I feel like it's just gonna get lost. It's not gonna stand out at all. I need something with contrast. I'm gonna try and do something kind of in the middle where I think it needs to be high contrast on the outside, like dark black and brown liner, but start with sort of a nuder lip and then gradient to a brown. And if I feel like I need to darken it to be a true like dark brown lip. So I'm gonna take a black eyeliner pen and I'm gonna sketch out the shape of my CRMS lip for this. Whenever I do a darker lip, I do have to be mindful to draw the lip a little bit more petite. Okay, this is confirming to me that it cannot be a nude nude. And then we'll go a little darker. I'll leave, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Sorry, I'm just so beautiful. Let's pop some lashes on. The lashes are on, the look is complete. I'm loving how the lip turned out since that was a little bit of an ambiguous spot for me. Actually, even though I had done the face, I mean, this looks like my drawing. I just had to trust the process. Sorry. With the makeup complete, it is time to get on the wig and the heels and nails and the outfit. We're gonna go to set, so let's go.